Hello everyone, sorry about that. Put my glove on. Welcome to morning coffee break, everyone. It's pretty nice out here, but it's cool out. Hope everybody's doing good today. Try to get some walking in. It's pretty. Not really any clouds. Well, last night I woke up about 5:15. Had to go to the bathroom, and then my head was hurting some. I don't know, I guess my blood pressure was still up. And couldn't go back to sleep. Didn't actually go back to sleep until about 6:30. And Kitty woke me up a little before 9. But at least I got a little more sleep in. Oh, I found out I was taking the new pill that they gave me. I was taking at the wrong time of day. You're not supposed to take it in the morning. Of course, on the pill bottle, all it says is take one a day. They never tell you when during the day you're supposed to take it. You're actually supposed to take that pill right before you go to bed. That way, in the morning, it's at its peak or whatever, and it helps prevent strokes or a heart attack. And it also makes you sleepy. So no wonder I was dozing off when I took it in the morning. I was sleepy all day long, so it's supposed to take it at night, and then, like I said, it makes you sleepy, so it doesn't bother you. I've got an appointment, I think the 15th. So I'm trying to make it until then. If it doesn't bring it down, it's supposed to be below 140 and around 80. Of course, mine's been anywhere from 160 to 170, and anywhere from like 85 to all the way up to 100 of it sometimes. I don't think it's been up to 100 the past couple days though. It's been like 90, which is still too high. So he may have to up it again, I don't know. Or change it to something else that's gonna work. At least my head hadn't been hurting much, though. If it hurts, I can take some Tylenol and it goes away. But if it gets too bad, to where I got a splitting headache, like a migraine or something, I'll have to go see the doctor or something. It's not got to that point yet. Can't see for the sun. Okay. Wish it was a little warmer. It is nice out though. I don't think we have much planned for today. I think we have to get some potato salad to go with dinner. know why I didn't think of it while we were out yesterday. The way it always goes, you remember things after you've come back from the store that you should have got. So, all right, let's drink some coffee. All righty, everyone, got my coffee. Okie dokie. Today's Saturday, March 6th. Currently it's 41. High today's 48. Wish it'd warm up a little more than that. 0% of rain. Humidity's 42%. Winds are 0 mile per hour. And air quality is 41. That's in a good range. It's awful when you're breathing a little bit hard just from walking that much. I did better last night as far as snacks. I just had, let's see, what was it? I had a Rice Krispie bar. It's a little one, it's not very big. And I had a few of these Russell Stover chocolate with marshmallow. Well, they're chocolate and they're caramel and marshmallow. And I think that's all I had last night. I'm pretty sure. But that's a big improvement over what I was snacking on. And not so late at night either. Okay. I definitely need to do Kitty's Corner. I've been meaning to do that for a few days now. I don't think we're going to have a haul. I know we need to get some potato salad because we're having, the ribs that I got at, there's Kitty. The ribs that I got at Grocery Outlet I showed in that haul, there was enough for 2 meals. And they're really big, so it only takes like 4, for us. 1 is plenty for me and Joy, and then we'll give Logan 2. I'm going to fix them in the crock pot with my Sticky Fingers barbecue sauce. And then I'm going to make some slaw. And I'm going to get some potato salad, and then we got some yeast rolls in the freezer. That sounds like a winner to me. So that's what's for dinner tonight. And I need to do, I've got the questions for another Ask My Tablet. It's doing great as far as everybody, a lot of different people that haven't been, sending questions are, and I appreciate that very much because it's a viewer participation segment, is the way I look at it, because I try not to add a bunch of questions, and I did the other day, but there were questions about Alexa, that things that she could do, like tell stories, rap, different things like that. I did that because I just wanted to see how she did with those questions that was about her, and it went over real well. So keep them questions coming in, everybody, so we can keep that segment going. If you haven't watched it yet, please try it and see what you think. I think you'll like it. Hi, what are you doing? Huh? Say, what you got all over you? What have you been into? Huh? Say. No, you can't keep going across. You got a place over there. She was pitiful, though, yesterday. We took her to the vet. I think she knows. That's the only place she's ever gone. So I think she probably knew what was going on. What? You've been into in there where the plants are. I can tell there's little pieces of plants on you. What have you been doing? Chewing on them? Say. Her eye's watering. Let's clean your eye. Yeah, she made a little face when I did that. She went, we gotta clean it out. Make sure it doesn't get worse. She's sleepy. She's wanting me to go in there. She wanting to lay down with me. I gotta finish this, okay? You can lay there and take a teeny nap. she was shaking. You know, she fit in her carrier. We was wondering if she would fit. And she didn't weigh as much as we thought. She weighed, I believe, almost 13 pounds, which is pretty big for a cat. She's still got some growing to do, too, another year. Maine Coon, she's mostly Maine Coon, but she's, not full. And they grow up to 3 years old. That's why she keeps getting bigger. But, so that's what we're having for dinner tonight. That's going to be really good. It'll be real good. But, yeah, I have the stuff to make another Ask My Tablet. I'm definitely need to do Kitty's Corner because I put it off for a few days. And if nothing happens, I'll be doing Ask My Tablet because I got enough questions. Plus, I got about, I think, 6 already towards the next one after that. So that'll be good. And today's question of the day, she looked at me when I did that. It's another simple question. Is do you take vitamins? I used to sell vitamins, mail order. So I learned a lot about them back then. And it is important to take them because I don't think anybody has the perfect diet these days. I mean, you're not going to get everything you need out of the food that you eat unless you're eating a lot of fruit, vegetables, the right proteins, the whole food pyramid you would need to get everything you need. So it is important to take a multivitamin. I prefer the gummy ones, but right now I don't have any gummy ones. Right now I just got, regular tablets or whatever. But still, I take that. Well, we take them. I take a vitamin C supplement, a vitamin D supplement. I take an antioxidant to help with my breathing where I smoked so many years. And of course, Joy has mild COPD. I hope it doesn't get any worse, but she does, so she needs an antioxidant. It helps you. You can tell it helps you breathe after you take it for a few days. You'll notice you can take a deeper breath and stuff. And I was trying to think of what else, if there's anything else. I take a B12 that dissolves in your mouth also. So I take quite a few supplements and a regular, vitamin, multivitamin. So that's today's question. Do you take vitamins? And I hope you do. Especially with COVID and everything, you need to at least have your immune system as good as it can be. Mine's never going to be perfect as long as I'm on the Entyvio, my immune system. So that's why I make sure I take them, because it's rough on your immune system. And today's story time. This is about 1974. I guess about 12, anywhere from 12, 13 years old, somewhere in that area. It might have been 75. 13, might have been 14, I'm thinking. So it might have been 75. I've spoke about that I've gone, went fishing a lot. Well, when you're young like that, I did have a job at a place called Eaton Park. It used to be a Shoney's, and then this guy bought several of them and turned them into what he called Eaton Park, but the menu was kind of like the same as Shoney's almost. So I was working there, but I like to go fishing and stuff and be out in the woods and stuff like that, and so that would get kind of expensive with your lures, any kind of fishing equipment. Night crawlers were expensive even back then. You'd get like 12 for a couple bucks or something like that, and those wouldn't last very long at all. If you fish, if you've ever been fishing, those worms, they'll take the worm lots of times and you don't catch a fish. You have to put another one on. So I got a kit to have my, to grow worm, not grow them, I guess, a worm farm is what it was. And so, like, if I just, the worms I had left over, the night crawls I had left over, I put them in that worm farm. And I think I might have bought some to put in there too. I think I had some like red worms and some night crawlers in there. And that really saved a lot of money. I mean, I got to where I had so many, I could have sold them if I wanted to, but I used so many of them. I don't think I ever sold any. I think I gave some away to, neighbors that needed them if they weren't going fishing or something like that. But yeah, I made my own, got my own worm farm. And what was neat about it is that the styrofoam container, or like a cooler almost, that you would take with you, I wouldn't take the whole worm farm with me fishing, but the container that I would take, it had a lid on both the top and bottom, because if you set something down, the worms are going to go to the bottom of the container. So with this one, you could flip it over and open it up, and there they would be on top. See? And then after a while, they would go down to the bottom, and you'd flip it back over. So you didn't have to ever dig through the medium stuff that I had. I didn't keep dirt in it. It was some kind of stuff. I can't remember what it was like. I mean, I remember what it was like. I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't really dirt, but it was like dirt. So that worked out real good. I also made my own lures and flies for fly fishing. I bought a kit not online. They didn't have online then. Through the mail, I got like a catalog and ordered stuff, and I bought like a kit, to start out. So I had something of everything. I doubt it, a lot of y'all might have never tied a fly, but it was very tedious. But I got to where I was good at it, and the ones I would make, you couldn't tell any difference in them and the ones at the tackle shop, or that you would buy. So that saved a lot of money. And I got a kit also to make my own lures, with like balsa wood and all the little things you have to put on them, and the hooks and stuff, and all the little, pieces you needed to make them. And I would carve my own lures out of this balsa wood and make my own, and I would test them out, because they had to float right. So you could take and adjust things on them to make them, like if they were laying to the side or something, you could adjust it one way and it would finally be level and float right. And yeah, I made my own lures too. Eventually all that stuff got stolen. When I still had it when we moved here. I still had it when Joy and I got married, but I had it in a garage, and big old huge tackle box you could sit on. It was so big, and somebody broke in there, just busted the door in, and took almost all my fishing gear and all the flies that I tied and everything. Those meant a lot to me. I didn't, I could replace all that other stuff, rods and reels and stuff, regular tackle I could replace, but I could never replace all those that I made. So that really hurt me when all my stuff got stolen like that. But I also, before I started had my worm farm, there were several different ways that I could get my own worms. And everybody knows at night worms will come out. So I'd go out there with a flashlight, and just grab them, put them in the container. But if it hadn't been moist out or rainy or anything, you couldn't hardly see any of them, that many of them, just on a dry regular night. So what I got this thing. It was an electric prod. It was for worms, to get worms. And you'd plug it up and stick it down in the ground, and it would shock in an area probably about 3 foot. And they would immediately come flying to the top, you know, and you just, of course, you'd have to turn it off. I got shocked quite a few times, and then I realized I had to definitely needed to cut it off before you started grabbing worms, because you'd get a good shock. It was like regular household current, you know. But I used that for a while, and then I started, like I said, you didn't want to use it if it was wet or anything like that. Well, I got shocked, like I said, several times, and Mom was like, and Dad too, like, you don't need to be using that thing anymore. That's kind of dangerous. You know, he said, unless I'm with you or something. He's afraid I'd get shocked, and I don't know, I don't guess it would kill me, but you know, you got a pretty good jolt out of that thing if you got shocked. But then I found out you could take a weak solution of bleach and water, and you pour it on the ground, and man, they would come out of there so fast, they would be just shooting, I mean, flying out. They would actually come off the ground out of there. They're going so fast trying to get to the top. It was like, boom. And because I guess, you know, it wasn't enough to kill them or do anything to them, but I guess it was irritating to them, and they wanted to get out of the ground. You know, so then you just grab them all over the place. I mean, there'd be a bunch. You'd never think there was that many worms in a little area, maybe 3-foot diameter. But I did that, and also so that way I didn't have to buy any bait unless I wanted to buy some minnows, and I didn't want to, you know, breed my own minnows or anything like that. So I made it a lot cheaper making my own lures and flies for fly fishing, and my worms ended up, you know, basically costing me nothing. So that was, you know, that was a good time for me. I remember, you know, I kept busy just like now. I was always busy. I didn't just lay around and watch TV. I still don't watch much TV. I didn't ever watch much. I was always outside doing something, playing basketball or football, baseball, fishing, like I said, any kind of hobbies. I was doing something with my time. And I stayed as busy then as I pretty much do now. It's always been that way, you know, wanting to keep busy. So anyway, that's our story time today. I'd say it was a good time in my life. You know, like I said, I was doing all the things that I like to do, you know, and I love being outside. I still do. Didn't grow anything back then. You know, I didn't really care much about growing anything, but now I do. I love growing flowers and vegetables outside. But like I said, it was a good time back then. I remember I really enjoyed making stuff like that. So everybody, I guess that's it for today's morning coffee break. Please press that like button. That means a lot to me. Generally, on videos, you'll get about 1/4 of the views you'll have likes. But they're important to YouTube also. Even if you get a dislike, it's the same as a like, as far as it's interaction as far as they're concerned. So the ones that are giving me the dislikes, that's fine. I still get a view, and it's still interaction. So it don't bother me. But I don't get that many. Don't get me wrong. I don't get hardly any. But, you know, they used to at first bothered me. You know, I was like, why would somebody give me a dislike? Especially on devotions. You know, I still don't understand that, why anybody would give a dislike on devotions. But they do. But, you know, I really appreciate the likes. I'd like to get at least half of my views to give me a like, and I'd be happy. All of them would be the ultimate, you know, if you could do that. But I usually, you know, I usually give a like before I even start watching the video, because I know if it's somebody I've been watching, I know I'm going to like it anyway. I don't remember if I've ever given. I may have for some reason or another, and you know, but it's like not hardly, very rare for me to. But I have a good reason for it if I do. But you know, I don't do all that. So, but I sure enjoy when I see that, you know, I'm getting likes, and that means a lot. So press that like button, like I was saying. So subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. And sharing is very important too. If you can share it to your Facebook or something, it really helps too, because I get a lot of views, you know, off when one posted on Facebook. I don't know if they show up the same way as they do if you're on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I still get the view. So, and a lot of people see it that way. So I appreciate that if y'all can do that for me. And I guess I'll be seeing y'all later. Like I said, we're going to go to the store, but I don't really need much. It's hard for me to pass by a killer bargain, though, but we just don't need that much. But I should have got it yesterday, but they didn't have any at Grocery Outlet anyway. So every once in a while they'll have some, but not very often, a potato salad. Grocery Outlet just gets things that are like discontinued items or overstock, so stuff like that, or if it's getting close dates, companies will sell it to them. So you never know what you're going to get down there. Right now they don't have any yogurt, but sometimes they'll have plenty of it, and it's always cheap. So chances are the next thing that I'll do is Kitty's Corner. I got to work on the jokes, and then later on I'll do Ask My Tablet. So as long as nothing changes, but sometimes it does. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you so much, and I'll be seeing you later on. God bless.